I love you so much, I would literally die without you. We often think of love as a beautiful, all-consuming feeling. But what if what many of us experience isn't love at all? What if it's addiction? Filling a void, running from ourselves, and avoiding the ability to feel true joy on our own. In this video, I'm going to challenge the conventional idea of love and show you how the desperate need for someone's attention isn't so different from other more darker addictions. I'll also share 3 key steps I've taken to stop love from becoming toxic, so you can enjoy the highs without the devastating lows. Our 2 slightly troubled friends, Dave and Lucy, will help us explain this in a bit more detail. Every morning at 9 AM, Lucy texts her boyfriend when she arrives at work. If he hasn't replied by 9:10, her anxiety kicks in. This need for reassurance isn't coming from love. It stems from insecurity and fear. She often reminisces about their early days together, how magical it was when they first fell in love on a holiday to Greece. But now their intense relationship often leads to arguments. Despite her unhappiness, every time Lucy tries to end the relationship, she's overwhelmed by anxiety and the craving for his attention, and they end up back together within a day. Our other friend Dave is what you might call a high-functioning addict. He has a job and friends, but just like Lucy clings to her boyfriend to avoid feeling anxious and alone, Dave clings to substances to fill the same void. The need really comes from a deep down sense of anxiety and desire to feel something that without a hit, he just cannot quite reach. There is always a sense he is slightly on the edge, and as soon as he tries to quit, he is immediately overwhelmed by painful emotions and relapses within a day or so. People say Dave has a serious problem, and his friends and family often comment on how disturbing and troubled he is. Even though society looks down on Dave and views Lucy as normal, are they really that different? And I know what you're thinking. How can you compare these when substance abuse has a clear physical effect that isn't comparable to a toxic relationship? To which I would respond. A well-known study by researchers at the University College of London found that individuals in a toxic or strained relationship had a higher risk of heart problems, including heart attacks. The study followed nearly 10,000 participants over a span of 12 years and found that those who reported negative relationship experiences had a 34% higher chance of developing heart disease compared to those in supportive relationships. So let's look at how we can skip this trap of emotional dependency and start to enjoy love rather than just being consumed by it. 1. Stop using the attention and love of other people as your crux. When you hurt your leg and you need crutches, is this a good thing? Do you want to need their support forever or learn how to walk on your own? Well, your need for someone else's support is like your need for the crutches. Do you really think it's healthy? When you feel that need come up, don't let it control your behavior. Next time you feel you need someone's attention, don't act on it. Just let it be and do something else. Which leads us on to point number 2. Reflect on your petty frustrations and annoyances. When you find yourself getting frustrated or angry over the smallest thing that someone else does, this is a sign that you're ignoring your own pain. You need to notice this in the moment and overcome it, rather than taking it out on the other person. It's like if you got a splinter while walking barefoot. You feel pain, but decide not to focus on where it's coming from and try to ignore it. A week passes and you have yet to address the issue. You can now barely walk and are very irritable. Why? Because how can you ever take the splinter out if you never focus on where the pain is coming from? It's the same for your petty frustrations. How will you ever get over them if you never focus on why you feel them? 3. Spending time alone. When you're in a relationship, it's easy to lose yourself in the need for constant reassurance, attention, or validation from the other person. Breaking free from this cycle requires acceptance of these feelings and learning how to be comfortable spending time alone. You should carve out time each week to do activities on your own. Despite being challenging, it can help to bring more emotional stability as well as a new life to your relationship. And there you have it. 3 steps to keep love from turning toxic and to help you enjoy the highs without the lows. Let's fight complexity together. Subscribe to Simple to support the cause. Adios.